The state of Georgia is trying to call Birdman, Lil Wayne, Yfn Lucci, and Rich Homie Quan, along with 372 witnesses to testify against Young Thug. Now, I can guarantee you that Lil Wayne, Birdman, Rich Homie Quan, they're not testifying. Like, I know there's this whole thing where snitching has become popular in the rap culture, but there's still some people and some ones that live by a code and principle. Now, I'm not saying that, they're just not talking, regardless of what you heard. And I think by Yfn Lucci not testifying, I think there may be honor among thieves. What do you mean, Flip? I think that they may be cool and understanding. This may squash the beef between YSL and YFN. Another thing about it, I was thinking, like, it's something really going on here. And let me just say this. First of all, a lot of YSL, I don't know if YFN runs the jail system. I'm not gonna go there. That's too cryptic and street. Let's just think about this. They got men taking 30-year probation. Oh. 30-year probation. Man, 41, 30 years, gonna be off 71 when he turns. And I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just saying, like, they don't want to go to prison, and I understand that. But to the youth out here, if you do the crime, you have to do the time. But I've noticed that the state, are they putting YSL members in the same jail as YFN? Are they trying to use people as ploys and props and insert people in there to either get hurt or to find out information? What is going on here? I'm thinking about it like, how many jails is in Georgia, the state of Georgia? Can't they move you somewhere else to another prison? They don't do that. They don't pack you up, as they say. They don't transfer you. They don't do that anymore. In New York, I know a lot of people that got transferred. Is this something going on? Here's the thing, though. They really after Thug. Like I said, I always say this, I'm not a cop. I'm not a judge, I'm not a jury. I'm not here to sentence or judge or say who did what or who did who or what went what. But what I am here to say is that they are after Thug. They're trying to take Thug down. They're trying to take him down. And not regular down. They try to really go for the jugular. No offer, no nothing. Can't cop out. They have no offer. They want to take him. I guess they said all that lipstick and nail polish and dress did not change the character of the man. He's not wearing dresses going to, no, he's not. They said, you cannot trick us with this behavior. But he wasn't. He was just being himself. And I want to just say this. I say this a lot of times, but a lot of times, and I want you to understand this, that when you give somebody a big situation, millions of dollars, the next day, when the day before they got the millions of dollars, they was in the street, they was in the trenches. Society wasn't kind to them. They had no other choice but to get it how they got it. They had no other choice but to move how they move in order to protect themselves, to protect the ones that they love. Your streets got to eat. Never show your plate to it that's hungry. I learned that from Star and Buck Wild, the OG. Never show your plate to it that's hungry. So while they outside trying to survive and stuff, they're making music when they find the time. They're also ducking around while they're in the studio. There's also 100 dudes at the studio while they're making their hit songs. Do you know that a lot of people make hit songs when they're under pressure? They make hit songs when they're not comfortable. They make hit songs when they're hungry. When the walls feel like it's closing against them, that's when they make their best songs. When they get too comfortable, that's when things change because they become lackadaisical. If I said it right. They become relaxed. They try to take him down, y'all. And, it's crazy. Is it over for Thug? Or is Thug the new John Gotti? I found out some more information about Gotti recently. I can't do the comparison, but the judge already threw out the wiretaps and the stuff from 2015. But they have people that's going to testify. And this is why they're giving these guys large numbers. So I think what's happening is that it shows how strong you may be, how strong you are. If you know you're innocent, or if you know that you really didn't do anything, or if you know you did something, sometimes you have to be able to face it. Now, two guys, they probably know that the state don't have a case. They're probably brave enough to say, man, they don't got a case. They want us to tell on Thug. They don't got a case. They're offering 30-year probation. What's it going to be, 50-year probation next? That got to be the max. I never heard of nothing like that a day in my life. And I'm sorry for you. I never heard of that. Probation for 30 years? I know life parole, but probation for 30 years? Going to pee and put your hand through the scanner? Got to show up once a week? Popping up at your crib? They're going to transfer the case? Because somebody ain't going to be on your case for 30 years. They're going to keep transferring it to a new person. And they taking it not to go to prison. It's so easy to put the blame on somebody else and not take accountability. And I think we're living in a society where accountability is not the first thing that people want to take. They'll take anything else. They'll take 30-year probation. They'll take face off from a brackhead. They'll take free sandwiches. They'll take samples. They'll take jewelry. They'll take money. But they wouldn't take accountability. It's weak. And to the kids that's watching me, the ones that watch me, the ones that say, yo, Flip, we love you, the ones that's DMing me, the ones I see in the hood, don't follow that. Because that's not where it's at. Be you and be how you are and move how you move and stand on your square. If you do something, you need to take accountability for it and realize. And I feel like we all make this excuse to prevent us from taking accountability. Think about it. How much excuses is being made? We want to go to affirmations and go on Instagram. I'm not saying nothing wrong with affirmations and stuff like that, but we want to read tweets and say, this applies to me. This is why I'm going through this. Mental health. No disrespect to anybody that's suffering from it, but I feel like we overuse the word. Mental health is real. There are people actually suffering from it, but people that use it, that play around with the word, I'm going through something, PTSD, or going through all this, just to validate their actions are wrong. These words and these things prevent you from taking accountability. And are you one of them? Stand on your square. Be who you are. Don't let the world stop you. Free Thugger. Queens.